Hello, hello. Welcome back to Freelance Friday. If you are watching on YouTube or the podcasting platforms and the video looks a little off, I just got done with a photo shoot. My first photo shoot in my studio in downtown Ann Arbor, and my eyeballs are hurting, so I turned the light off. So I apologize if it's not perfect. But honestly, that's on theme with today's episode, which is me honestly going a little bit off script and let's say clapping back at the haters, as they like to say. I am not going to clap back at the haters for self-indulgent reasons fully. I mean, maybe a little bit. In all seriousness, I got a comment recently. I'll put it up on the screen. I'll read it for you in a second. That honestly really got under my skin. And very few hate comments or negative comments get under my skin. But this one I felt there was just too much in it that really needed to be addressed, not just for me, but also for the people that I make this content for. So I'll go ahead and read it. It said, 225,000 subs and 2,000 views. None of it is working. Go get a real job. You're pushing 40. Pushing 40. I think it was that last sentence that really got under my skin because I was like, that was just unnecessary. That's just irrelevant to the potentially valid criticism in that first part. Potentially. But really what I sat down with is I've got two myths that I'm really in the business of busting today, or things I'd like to explain at least. Number one, it's this idea of low views equating to low income, low impact, low purpose. And also I definitely want to talk about that last piece about being old, quote, too old, equating to being too irrelevant or past your prime or washed up or whatever terms we would like to use. I would like to use none of them because I don't agree with any of that. But let's get into the business side of things. You can kind of pick your poison, if you will. I'll leave timestamps if you want to get into more of my personal thoughts on things. But I first want to address this first part of the comment. He said that because my view count did not match up to my subscriber count, right? I have a low view rate compared to how many subscribers I have, that basically I should give up. I don't know anything about marketing and, that I should throw in the towel more or less. This doesn't bother me because I know what's in my bank account. I know what's in my heart and the people that I serve. I know the relationships that I have. I am a very confident person. A lot of people do not like that for whatever reason. They don't like when other people are confident in themselves and their skills, but I am. So cry about it. But I want to talk about this to you because I want people to make content. I think that, this YouTube channel, for example, is the single smartest thing I've ever done for my career. Truly. Without it, I don't know how I would be earning an income, how I would be finding creative fulfillment on some of the darkest days, how I would have made some of my best friends, and so on and so forth. I mean, I'm sure I would have found a way, but I do think that creating content is such a valuable thing, and it's something I'm so glad I did. And this idea of having low views, I think, turns a lot of people off of creating content because we see what's possible. We see the greats. We see the exceptions, right? We see people, Mr. Beast or whoever, the huge creators are that you watch. And we think, oh my gosh, I want to get to their level. But here's the secret. You don't have to get to their level to be successful. Number one, we define our own success. This is something else people don't like. People think they know what success is for you. For me, success was leaving my job, which, my last corporate job, I made, $65,000, something like that, and working for myself. Believe it or not, you don't need millions of views to reach that number at all. I made that number within a few months of quitting my day job. That to some people is successful. To some people, success is earning an extra $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a year to contribute to their family's household, right? We define success for ourselves. I do not care what a person with, what is this profile picture? Is this a backpack? A Game Boy? A camo Game Boy? Yeah, bro, I don't care what you think is successful. I just don't. So that's number one. But number two, even if we just use benchmarks, we use data to write our own version of success. and we say, okay, the average, I don't even know what it is, but let's just say the average household income is, I don't want to say something stupid. So let me actually just go ahead and look it up. $69,000 in 2023. That's the median annual household income in Michigan. Okay. So very similar to the number that I just explained. We can use that benchmarking data if we want to let somebody else define success for us. And we can do the math on that really easily. 2,000 views is what this person is criticizing me for. I don't think I've ever spoken at a conference in a room to 2,000 people, number one. If somebody were to give me the opportunity and say, hey, Latasha, we are giving you free reign to pitch yourself, to tell a story, to do whatever you want to do to 2,000 people right now, you would be silly to not take that. I don't care who you are. And we can think about the marketing side of things. If you convert 1% of 2,000 people, 1%, that's 20 people. So if I speak on a stage in front of 2,000 people and 1% of those people say, yeah, I want to buy the product she's offering, or I want to book a call with her, or I want to do whatever it is that she's selling, that's 20 people. And then we can do the numbers, right? My most popular, my best selling product, it's a template pack, a course, it's $55. So if I convert 1% of all of my viewers to that low ticket, right, $55 product, that's $1,100 a video. I make 8 YouTube videos a month. Now, obviously, I'm oversimplifying, right? Some videos convert 0%, some videos create 10%. It all depends on my strategy and, what I'm trying to sell or what my goal is of the video, right? But you can see how this is possible. If your goal is to make an income from creating content, or to at least use that as a part of your distribution strategy, it's really not that hard, because $1,100 times 8 is $8,800. Now, we can go back to that benchmark that we made, right? $69,000. Let's see, what is $8,800 times 12? $105,000. That is well above the annual median income, at least in my state. We can think about if we were able to convert even higher than that, 5%, that's 100 people. $55 per video per month, that could be up to $44,000. So again, I'm oversimplifying here. That's not always how it works. Sometimes it's higher, sometimes it's lower, but it is possible, is the point. I need us to stop believing that because you get 2,000 views, 100 views, 10 views, that you are a failure. You are not. You are absolutely not. I have had webinars where something happened with my automation or something and nobody showed up, virtually nobody showed up. I think the last time that this happened, the emails didn't go off. I had back-end tech glitches, things like that. I think 14 people showed up and I converted 13 to a $500 product. What's the math on that? 13 times 500, $6,500. Imagine if I said, oh shoot, the webinar, the emails, they didn't go off, something was messed up. I'm just going to cancel the webinar. I'm not going to talk to those 14 people. I would have not made $6,500, which is more than most people make in a month, according to the data. So again, I say this, yes, to defend myself a little bit, but also more importantly, I want to encourage you, because you do not need these huge numbers to do what you love to do, to help people, to make an impact on people. Whatever reason you want to make content, you don't need a huge audience. And in fact, let's be honest, having a huge audience is stressful. If you read about fame, right? Real fame, if we think about Hollywood people, most people are very traumatized by it. You can read the stories yourself, right? Of people who have been deeply traumatized by fame. And I'm obviously in no way famous, clearly, as this person would like me to know. But even just having that slight little taste of, I don't even want to use that word, but notoriety, popularity, whatever word you want to use. Yeah. Many parts of that have been traumatic. And so I am very much in the business of speaking to my ideal people and people who are going to get me, rather than trying to go viral and trying to reach everybody and have these huge inflated numbers and have none of those people actually, convert and want to buy from me and actually like me. So don't be afraid if you get 1 view, if you get 10 views, if you get 100 views. I just want you to remember the people, right? Like remember who is on the other side of that screen, not just that number. Also, if you're here for the business stuff and if you're somebody who's like, yes, I want to create content. I'm scared of getting low views, but I'm ready to do this. I know I need to do this. I know I want to do this. You should check out my group. It's called Down to Business. It's totally free. We just started it up and I've been having so much fun in there. It's over on School and it's an app that you can use to like meet other members. We have meetings, we have co-working sessions. I'm going to be doing some teachings and trainings in there. There are also a few free courses already loaded up in there, including the Art of the Vlog, which is a course that I created to help you start vlogging and recording your life and having fun making casual content. So if the first part of this little rant, monologue, or whatever it is, touched you in any way, I would love to have you over in Down to Business. It will be linked down in the description box in the show notes. And now I want to talk about the real thing that triggered me about this comment, to be honest, which is, first of all, I have some facts that I need to correct from this comment. This person said, "You're pushing 40. Let's go ahead and pull up my famous birthdays. Producer, can you do that? Can you verify my age for us, please? Famous birthdays. I don't think Game Boy Camo Man person, whoever has a famous birthdays, just saying. Kidding. I'm 34 and I am proud of it. I have no shame, no hesitation, no trepidation in saying my age. I want my producer, if you don't mind, to go ahead and look up the definition of pushing 40, though, just for factual reasons. Can we do that? Listen. You can criticize me for being 34, but I need us to at least, at minimum, use proper vernacular here. I got like 3 years before you can say I am, quote, pushing 40. I'm just saying. That's what the definition says. The second fact that I want to correct of this person, well, I guess he didn't say this, but I'm sorry, I don't know their gender. They have, again, no profile picture or real name. But I just want to share this fact with you. I think this is really interesting. I actually had a discovery call with a client who creates content for women over 50, and she shared this with me. So it's perfect timing. She said that women over 50 have some of the highest purchasing power out of any other age demographic. I looked it up. They have $15 trillion in purchasing power and account for 27% of consumer spending, women over 50. So honestly, kind of can't wait till I'm pushing 50 because that's where the money is, baby. In all seriousness, I know that this idea that life ends when you reach a certain age milestone is absolutely, it's just disturbing and sad to me. And it is, this is a tale as old as time, right? I'm preaching to the choir here, I'm sure, but it is really shocking how quickly I have lived this, right? As a woman, young woman, old woman, whatever I am to you, as a woman in today's society, I have experienced this rapid shift where one day, actually sometimes in the same day, still today at 34, I can be called a little girl, a young woman, and then in the same day, literally be told that I'm old, washed up, old news, past my prime, all of these different things. It is truly mind-boggling. And I think from a creation standpoint is, again, just a reminder, you are never going to please everybody. To some people, you will be too old. Some, you will be too young. You will be too skinny, too fat, too pretty, too ugly. Like, you cannot please everybody. It is virtually impossible. And I just want to let that be a reminder to you all as well, that your people will find you. So many of my viewers are in my relative age demographic. Comment your age below if you're comfortable with it. Again, I don't think there's anything to be ashamed of. So I hope you will comment. But yeah, I'm sure that I speak to a lot of people in my age demographic. And guess what? Those people are going to continue to age, God willing, right? Like the only alternative to that is dying. And I hope we all live long, healthy lives. I think if this person thinks that life ends at 40, maybe they need to go vegan. Sorry. Sorry. I try to keep the vegan preaching to a minimum, but I feel honestly the best that I've ever felt. I'm in the best shape of my life at 34. I have the most freedom that I've ever had in all ways, right? I finally have a little bit of money to do things that I've wanted to do. I grew up without money, so I wasn't able to go on vacations. I wasn't able to go on trips. I wasn't able to buy nice things for myself. Believe me, anybody who believes or puts this myth forward that women are undesirable in their 30s or 40s are liars. As somebody who has only been legally single for a year, I'll tell you, it's not that hard to find a date at 34. I'm just saying. I just feel like my life is just getting started in so many ways, you know? I think that's the cool thing about, like I said, like building a business and achieving success in career is that now I'm able to do so many things that like just financially I was unable to do before. Like something that I have been doing recently is rediscovering my love for music. I grew up playing music. I grew up in a very musical family. I played drums growing up, and I wasn't able to like buy myself drums. I wasn't able to play drums in my small little apartment in downtown Detroit. And now I'm able to do those things, right? Now I'm able to buy those things for myself, take lessons. I've been taking vocal lessons and learning how to sing and just doing things that are truly just for me, like that are just fun. You know, who knows where career will take me. Again, I feel like I am kind of just getting started and kind of in a period of reinventing myself, reinventing my business. And I hope to be exploring my creativity until I physically cannot anymore. Again, I grew up in a very musical family. Both of my grandparents, my grandma and grandpa on my mom's side, played music. And I remember, like, I have vivid memories of having family reunions and us all just jamming. And I mean, they had white hair at that point, you know? So this idea that I should quit and go get a real job, which as we've determined, I make more money doing this than a desk job, you know, that I was working, and that I should quit making videos because I'm pushing 40 is it's horrifying to me. I'm going to be like writing songs until I'm 85 if I can hopefully live that long, right? I'm going to be painting stupid pictures that aren't very good but that are just for fun. And I think honestly this is like a third point about this that really bothers me about the internet today in general is going back to that first point, right? 2,000 views. Oh my gosh, you're a failure. Give up. Do people not create for fun anymore? Like, serious question. Actually, kind of rhetorical question. I think the answer is sort of no, which makes me sad because this all started, all the things that I have, that I do, that I've achieved, it all started because I was bored and because I was like wanting to be creative. Nobody was paying me to make YouTube videos. Nobody was watching, that's for sure. I did it because it was fun. And I think that we as a society lose a lot when we start telling people that the only way they're successful or that something is worthwhile to them is if they are financially successful at it, right? Think of all of the artists over the years who honestly died pretty penniless and who got great success after their deaths. What if they just didn't create those amazing works of art because, oh, it's not paying me, so I'm old and washed up and I better quit while I'm ahead? That's silly. That is what makes us human, is the ability to be creative and to, you know, make things and to connect with each other in those ways. So I fully resent that. Here's just a few. There's so many stories, right, of people who have found their passions and made their mark on the world after the age of 40. But these are three that really stood out to me because I think these are three people who a lot of people would say are some of the best in their game. Vera Wang, wedding dress designer, entered the fashion industry at 40. Viola Davis, Oscar winner. Isn't she like, she's pretty close to being an EGOT. Is she an EGOT? I don't know. She's a widely, you know, acclaimed as being one of the most talented actresses of our time. She had her breakout role at age 40. Imagine if she stopped. Imagine if at 34 she thought, ooh, I'm pushing 40. I better give this up, you know? This whole acting thing isn't working out for me. Betty White, y'all. 51 years old is when she was cast on the Mary Tyler Moore Show, and that was her breakout role. I am making this video one to rant. Like I said, I was just feeling a little ranty today. But mostly for you, because I have so many women, so many people who are older than me, who are younger than me. I think maybe even the people who are younger than me need to hear it more, that there is a whole life ahead of you. I am not giving up on my life or my YouTube channel or my dreams or anything because of a number. And you should not either. Either a success, a view count number, a financial number, or an age number. And I think these are, this is obviously just a dumb comment. And I know I shouldn't be giving it any attention at all, but I do think that these are things that are in the backs of our heads sometimes, whether we like to admit it or not. And I think that's why this triggered me so much. I think it did bother me more than a comment like you're ugly, right? Because I'm like, that's subjective. And okay, if that person thinks I'm ugly, I don't care. It literally doesn't affect my life. This one does, because I think if we all have this mentality, or we all are living with this like kind of fear in the back of our heads, society is worse for it. YouTube is worse for it. Business is worse for it, right? And I think whatever measly little 2,000 view influence I have, I'm going to use it to loudly just hopefully help you see a different perspective. And yeah, I think that's why it triggered me so much, is because I do. I think that being on YouTube for so long, I've been on YouTube for over a decade, I have noticed like I feel this sort of pressure to maybe be a little younger, right? Like if I wasn't on YouTube, I don't think I would know anything about like, I don't know, Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet. I don't know. But like being always on the internet makes me kind of like pay attention to trends and pop culture and things in a different way that like I probably wouldn't if I was just like a 34-year-old like working at a school or like teaching a local art class. I don't know. And so I think there is, when you're in this space, when you're in this industry, it does like maybe force you to feel a little almost like stunted or oh, gotta pay for parking, or just, I don't know, kind of like feel old, like I'm like, I don't want to make TikToks. Maybe I am too old to be doing this. So I think it is like kind of a fear that's like low grade in the back of my brain, right? Or looking at my face all the time. I've talked about this before on my YouTube channel, but like almost every year I'm like, all right, is this the year that I'm finally doing Botox? No judgment if that is right for you. I know for a fact, well, you can never say for a fact, but I know that if I were not on the internet, that is not in alignment with what I would want. I just personally, like, I'm like kind of a little like granola-y. Like I honestly stopped getting tattoos because I started getting scared about like the tattoo ink and like if that's bad for you. So like Botox is not in my future. At least it certainly would not be if I was not on the internet, right? But being on the internet does like, you stare at your face all the time. You compare yourself to the up and coming, people who are getting those views that maybe you used to get, which brought you to that 200,000 view count or subscriber count. And now you're seeing things, maybe you're less interesting for whatever reason, right? So I think it is a low grade back of mind fear that I do have. And I think a lot of people do have on the internet. And so that's why I'm triggered, admittedly. But I do think it is helpful to talk about and to let you all know that it's largely, what's the word? It's a slightly irrational fear, We don't need to be afraid of those things. Clearly, I just did the math. Even if my views are not, 100,000 views per video, not that they ever were, by the way, but even if they are declining with my old advanced age, that can sustain me. And if you're smart with your money, which I very much was, especially in the very, very hot peak days of my YouTube, I'm setting myself up in a way that I don't know that a 9-to-5 ever could, truly. And that's not me bragging. That's not me like flexing. I'm just saying I was working in a job that I just kind of reached my peak. I'd kind of like, there was not much more I could do at the age that I was with the experience that I had to make the kind of living that I make for myself now, even now that I'm old and washed up, quote unquote. So just wanted to share a little bit of motivation, hopefully, with you. And I really want people to create things. And I really don't want comments like this, even if you just see it on somebody else's channel, to deter you. I want you to be undeterred, to use my friend Dee's word. I want you to be undeterred about your dreams and about what you have to say. Our voices are so, so important. And just remember that 50 age demographic, women, I personally, I want to hear from other 34-year-olds. You know what? This is the last thing that I'm going to rant about is that I value experience actually when we talk about marketing. Because this is what this person was criticizing me about was like, I didn't know anything about marketing or something. It's like, I value all voices. I value the people who like just blew up on TikTok overnight and like I'm like, cool, like that's interesting. Tell me more about that. But I think above all things, when somebody tells me, "Oh, I'm 40, I'm pushing 40. I've been in the industry for 10 years." My ears perk up and I sit down and I listen and I try to figure out what I can learn from them. Not just in terms of hard skills and information, but in terms of life experience and soft skills. And again, this is something that I really fear we are losing as a culture, as an internet culture. We want the answers quick. And, that's it. Like, we don't want context. We don't want nuance. That really scares me. So let's think about that. Let's respect your elders as a maybe elder to some of you. No, but seriously, I've learned so much from my friends who are in their 50s, 60s, 70s. They're out there. And my freelance friends who are in their, retirement type years and are doing really well, making good money and earning a good living, they don't even have social media. They're not even getting 2,000 views. So just some food for thought. All right, I'm going to end this rant before I keep it going forever. But I hope this was helpful or like motivational for you. That really was my goal. Is particularly if you are over the age of 34 or 40, pushing 40. I just want to remind you that your voice is very valuable. I respect it. I respect your experience. I want to hear from you. And also, if you are somebody who's just getting a small amount of views, just remember that view count does not tell the whole story, and there is so much potential for you. Be sure to join Down to Business if you want to chat with me about your business, your goals, learn more about just putting these plans into action and getting the confidence to do what you want to do. I would love to see you over there. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will be back with a regular video next week, episode, whatever these things are, and I'll talk to you then. Bye.